I'd first talk from conservative leader Kemi Badenoch about strict caps and population balance, and the message is clear. Fewer visas, fewer dependents, tighter borders.
Here's what will work. Deport all foreign criminals. Mandatory age checks, no more pretending to be kids. Tougher visa rules and salary thresholds. Disapply the Human Rights Act to immigration cases, no more abusing human rights laws to dodge deportations. Make asylum support repayable, and no permanent right to stay in the UK if you've relied on benefits.
It's my great pleasure to welcome you to a place where education and excellence come together, providing a truly inspiring and nurturing environment where your child can both thrive and flourish.
You've probably seen the headlines. Charterhouse opens its gates. Rugby school comes to Nigeria. Eco-Atlantic Academy sets a new standard. At first glance, it sounds just like more private schools popping up. But slow down. These aren't just any schools. These are institutions that have taught royals, prime ministers, and some of the world's richest families. And now, they've decided Lagos is the place to be. Charterhouse Lagos is already up and running in Aja, Lagos. Yes, that Charterhouse. The one from the UK with 400 years of history. Governor Sanwo-Olu himself even paid a visit. That's not small talk. Then there's the Rugby School, Nigeria. Opening in Eco-Atlantic City by September 2025. A Nigerian extension of one of Britain's most prestigious schools. Another high-profile player is also making an entrance. The Eco-Atlantic Academy. Eco-Atlantic Academy is being developed by ITB, a subsidiary of the Shagori Group, developers of the Eco-Atlantic City. Spanning an impressive 30,000 square meters, the academy is designed to offer a holistic learning environment that caters both to academic and extracurricular development. The campus will feature modern classrooms, comfortable dormitories, spacious canteens, a state-of-the-art swimming pool, a fully equipped gym, and a large auditorium for events. Additionally, students will benefit from a serene courtyard for socializing and studying, as well as a football field to promote athletic growth. This is basically opening the floor for high-profile modern educational institutions in Eco-Atlantic City. But why Lagos? And why now? Well, it's part strategy, part opportunity. On one hand, Lagos is booming in business, in infrastructure, in population. On the other hand, the demand for high-quality education that rivals what's available abroad is hitting record highs. And with the UK tightening its immigration rules, especially for international students and their dependents, families who would have once sent their children to the UK for sixth form or GCSEs are now looking inward. These British schools saw the market shift and moved quickly. So, what does this shift mean for the local education landscape? And more importantly, who are these schools for exactly? Here's the deal. These schools aren't set up in Nigeria to serve the average middle-class family. Let's not pretend. The target audience, Nigeria's ultra-wealthy elite. Think politicians, oil execs, top-tier CEOs. These families are who, under normal circumstances, wouldn't blink at spending £30,000 a year on tuition in the UK. Now, with the UK student visas getting harder to secure and dependents no longer welcome, they're asking, why not just bring the same education home? These schools are giving them exactly that. The same curriculum, the same accents, the same school uniforms, even without the cost and hassle of international relocation. Take Charterhouse Lagos, for instance. It's already rumored to be one of the most expensive schools in Nigeria. It's not just about books and classrooms. It's about prestige. Being able to say, my child goes to Charterhouse, carries a certain weight.
Rugby School Nigeria will start in September 2025 and we will start with the sixth form, Year 12. We will of course offer a typical A-level curriculum at sixth form, supplemented with some EPQ and over time possibly an IB qualification, and of course our extracurricular development, which will concentrate on sport, the performing arts and music.
Rugby School Nigeria, on the other hand, is positioning itself as the destination for students preparing to enter top global universities. A-level programs, international teaching staff, state-of-the-art facilities, all without stepping foot on British soil. But let's pause here and ask a deeper question. Who's left out? Because as much as these schools are a big win for a specific class, they're also a reminder of the widening gap in access. These institutions are catering to an extremely narrow segment of society. If you're not part of that elite group, if you can't afford $20,000 or more per year for your child's education, then, well, these gates aren't really open for you. It's something worth thinking about, especially as more of these schools start showing up. Is this really about schooling or something else entirely? Picture this. A brand new city rising straight out of the Atlantic. Glass towers, marina views, and tucked between them, campuses with crests that read founded in 1567 and established 1563. That, in a nutshell, is Echo Atlantic City, marked as the future Dubai of West Africa. And it's where Rugby School Nigeria and Echo Atlantic Academy have planted their flags. Classrooms overlook prime waterfront plots that sold out before the first piling rig left the shore. Now, schools like these don't just teach, they pull gravity. Parents who can pay 15 million naira a term don't want a 2-hour commute. They want penthouses, a 5-minute drive away, and developers are only too happy to oblige. So, every new classroom block quietly bumps up the price of the nearest luxury apartment, which then nudges up land values in surrounding districts. Before long, neighbors that once felt miles away from Victoria Island start speaking the language of service charges and concierge lobbies. The upside: shiny infrastructure and fresh jobs in construction, retail, even security. The downside? Long-term residents watching rents crawl beyond reach. Every plot that goes to an elite school is a plot not going to public parks, affordable housing, or community colleges. And while Lagos is rolling out the red carpet for the British, they are rolling theirs back up. From January 2024, most international students can no longer bring spouses or kids to Britain, unless they are PhD researchers. I'd first talk from conservative leader Kemi Badenoch about strict caps and population balance, and the message is clear: fewer visas, fewer dependents, tighter borders.
Here's what will work. Deport all foreign criminals. Mandatory age checks. No more pretending to be kids. Tougher visa rules and salary thresholds. Disapply the Human Rights Act to immigration cases. No more abusing human rights laws to dodge deportations. Make asylum support repayable. And no permanent right to stay in the UK if you've relied on benefits.
Suddenly, that Charterhouse campus in Lekki feels like a bargain. Same curriculum, zero visa drama. Are UK policies accidentally fueling a boom in British branded schools abroad? Pretty much. Schools get new markets, parents dodge immigration hurdles, and Britain still earns exam board fees without hosting the students. Everybody wins, except the middle-income families who can't afford either route. Let's zoom out a bit. This whole British school wave, it's not just about classrooms and uniforms. It's about business. Big business. When public schools struggle, overcrowded classrooms, unpaid teachers, outdated material, people start to look elsewhere. And in Lagos, the elsewhere has turned into a booming market. Private education is exploding, and investors, both local and foreign, are seeing it as the next gold mine. But it's not just about the schools they invest in, it's the land around them. When a Charterhouse or rugby school shows up, property values don't just go up, they skyrocket. Developers are racing to build school-adjacent housing estates, malls, clinics, anything to serve the families coming in. You see a school pop up in Lekki, and suddenly every block around it is being cleared for luxury flats or gated communities. Education is the product, but real estate is the game. So yes, there's money to be made. Because here's the thing, every school built on prime land is a long-term investment in how a city grows. It decides which areas develop, who moves in, who gets pushed out, and what kind of future we are building. Not just for the students, but for whole neighborhoods. We've seen how these British schools are not just changing education, they're changing Lagos itself. From Lekki to Eco Atlantic, and even up to places like Alaro City, the game is shifting. Where schools go, infrastructure follows. And where infrastructure goes, property values aren't far behind. So if you're a real estate investor or thinking about getting in, this is your signal. The smart money is moving to places tied to education, lifestyle, and future growth. And here's the good part. We are already helping clients tap into these exact opportunities. Whether you're eyeing luxury blocks in Eco Atlantic or looking at long-term gains in fast-rising Alaro City, we can plug you into the right deal. If you want to find out where the next big returns are coming from, shoot us a message so we can help you make your real estate dream a reality. Lagos and Nigeria as a whole are changing. Only question is, will you move with it?
Hello everyone, I'm Uche Philippe, the owner and founder of Ownahome.ng and Ownahome.ng. If you're a prospective investor and you're thinking of moving or investing in Lagos, in these areas where these educational institutions are springing and are booming, contact us to get you started on your journey. Charter House in Aja/Ibrahim area. We have Citadel views on a couple of projects around that area that you can take advantage of. And I have insider information that Alaro City, the developers, Rendezvous, are about to close in on a British school, and that's about 10,000 to 30,000 or probably over of prime educational land. And you know, for long term, these developments and these private investments will contribute to the equity and also rental yield year on year in these areas. So contact us to get you started on your journey. This is the Ownahome TV show. Here at Ownahome, we believe owning a home, owning a property should not make you lose sleep. So we are committed to giving you the very best property recommendations and inside the real estate gist. See you at the very next video. Bye-bye.